Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Where in the Folk. I'm Reed, Mr. Beautiful Cecil over here to my right. We have from the northern reaches of the Bluegrass State, Tully and Foreman. And our special guest is Isaac from the Durban Paranormal, family of channels on YouTube. He's got TikTok going, a whole lot of other stuff. So, Isaac, where in the folk are you?
Well, thank you guys for having me. I'm from Durban, South Africa. And yep, I'm back again. For you
Back
guys that don't
again.
know me out there.
It was such a blast talking to you last time. We got to learn a little bit about what you do and everything, and it was really cool. If they didn't have a chance to watch that episode or haven't found your content yet, give us a brief description of what you do and where they can find your content.
You can find my content on YouTube, TikTok, basically every single social media platform that are out there. Just look for Durban Paranormal. I do a top five, and I can bring you all the latest top five in paranormal videos out there. And I always give you the best content out there. I bring you that full horror experience as well as all that sound effects as well as in that horror movies as well.
It's
Yeah,
legit.
It is legit.
it's all legit.
The quality of that content is really awesome. Like the editing is something that makes me very jealous.
Just the quality
Well,
of
it's
that
because
plug
it's
is right
because
there with the content.
yeah, it's because Isaac only sleeps 2 hours a day.
Yeah, yeah. Just online all day, all night. Just keep going. Just keep going. Looking for content, keeping it out, bringing it out. People are keep bringing and keep joining the channel and keep sending me links. So yeah, you gotta go through it and try and give them a spot as well. You know what I mean? Sometimes the quality is not the best, but just to give the guys a shot. Yeah, you know.
Sounds like your fans like to give you a lot of homework to go over.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But I don't mind, you know what I mean? I mean, end of the day, we all helping each other. We all trying to grow our channels. We all trying to we building relationships out there as well. You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
what it's all about.
That is what it's all about. And so that they have a little idea, it is a top five, and there's a lot of good quality content on there. What's one of the ones that you would suggest somebody, if they've not seen your channel yet, what's one of the first things they should watch, like one of the best ones that you think, to your knowledge?
You mean channels or you mean one of my videos?
One of your videos.
I'll go to the latest one that I just put out now. I guarantee you that's a banger. I call it a banger of a video, dude. I mean, I've been getting bravos. I've got almost the highest views that I've been getting. It's like what, 13, 14,000 views on that just one channel, one video alone. It's growing like crazy.
Well, and
So, I mean,
you recently had to start all the way back over too, right?
I've been getting jealous guys out there that have been trying to stop me because they've been seeing the channel growing so rapidly.
Well, yeah, of
So,
course you're gonna get haters if you're getting 14,000 views in a couple
uh,
days.
in one day, dude, one day, 24 hours. So the problem that I'm having was that people were trying to stop me because they're seeing the videos growing and the channel growing and the subscribers going up so fast. People were trying to stop me talking crap about the channel, and then YouTube was putting copyright claims against certain videos, even I have permission from the the video. So I've been having issues with that. So I mean, YouTube has a policy where you, even though you have permission from the person in writing, another person could come out, you put a video out, and another person could come and copyright it before you actually do. And then if you use your own content, he can copyright you. How's that? If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's crazy that you get like 14,000 views, because like my OnlyFans has been up for months and I've only got like 1,200.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, there are no
No,
fan channels for this guy.
I'm just joking.
I mean, it's growing. I mean, the channel is growing so rapidly. Sometimes it gets hard to actually keep up with the comments, you know. So yeah, you just have to just try your best to try and respond to everybody, and that's what people like. I mean, because I mean, you try go out of your way to try and respond to almost everybody And that's why I always tell him it's not my channel, it's our channel. At the end of the day, you guys are also helping in getting involved into the channel. So yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
think that's a good mentality to have.
It really is, yeah. And I like to start off because the last time you came on, we really didn't know much about the paranormal in South Africa. And I've went on a little research because I was like, I really want to know because it's hard to find, like we discussed in the last episode. It's kind of suppressed in that area. But
Forbidden topic.
yeah, it's a forbidden topic in that area. But one thing I found was one of the most famous things that I can remember from being a child is the Flying Dutchman ghost ship at Cape Point.
Yeah, that's a very popular area because of all the shipwrecks that used to happen out there in the Cape Point there. That's where a lot of ships sank. So remember, that was the tip of Africa there. So that's where all the storms take place. So there's a lot of ships that went missing there and things like that. And that's one of the areas that I'll be planning to go to within the I'll say, next 2 months or so to go out there. So yeah.
So
Be awesome when you go out there. I cannot wait. That'd be cool.
the last time you were on, you were talking about a park where they had pulled a ship out of the water and basically made it an amusement attraction.
Yep, Osaka Marine. I haven't been there yet. I've been trying to get permission to get on there. I've been fighting to get permission. But yeah, maybe we just take a walk on there. It's like 20 km from where I live. So I mean, it's not far.
So
I could just go there.
What's it called again?
Osaka Marine.
Do you know
That's
where
the theme park. What's the name of the theme park? So yeah.
Wow. Do you know where the ship came from? Is it out of the same cape or
out of the same cape? They pulled it out. It sunk, and then they brought it up, and it had still all artifacts and everything was still in the ship. They keep it in little boxes and things because it looks nice. But me and you that know about the paranormal know that kind of stuff is very active and it's going to keep that active. They even turned parts of the ship into restaurants. So as you're sitting there, you're getting shots. Yeah, I think I need to go take a video there of you guys so I can show you guys what I'm actually talking about.
For sure. That'd be like if I set up a restaurant in the middle of a graveyard.
I swear to you. I mean, you can sit there and then they made that ship into parts of it is like a theme park, and then the other parts of it is restaurants in it. And you sitting there and there's all these little artifacts all around you from the ship, So I mean, at night I could just imagine what's it like there.
Well, yeah, you would think that someone would have came forward and been like, maybe that's not a good idea to make a ghost ship into a restaurant.
It's forbidden topic here.
I'm looking at a picture of it right now, and they have a lazy river that flows under it.
Yep. Yep.
It's straight up theme park along with rides and everything.
What is going on?
Everything. Now, that's the thing. When you try to educate the people about it, everybody just looks at you like you're crazy, dude. I swear, you look like you're crazy. If you go anywhere there into that place, like I've tried, I've been sending emails, and everybody's just responding to me looks at me like I'm crazy, But, I mean, the only time they talk about things like this is when it comes to Halloween now. Because Halloween, we do not have here in South Africa. We do not have it. But it's been kind of trying to get it in. They're trying to get it into the country, but, yeah, it's not really picking up.
So you all don't do anything for Halloween then?
Nope, not at all. It's just us, just a few of us that actually try and go out there and do stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess
this year was the only year.
This park looks amazing. Like, it looks so awesome. And then you see this boat, and it looks friggin' terrifying.
Yep. I swear to you.
To fix
a ship. Look for it and look there. There's a restaurant called the Cargo Hold, right? And this is the actual cargo hold of the ship, and they turned it into a restaurant, dude. And inside that restaurant, you're sitting there and you're eating, and there's all the great whites floating past you there.
Wow. Now the
Yeah.
inside does look good, but they've done nothing to the outside. Like it just looks like a terrifying ship.
Yep, but they did nothing whatsoever, dude. They pulled it out as it is, as you see it like that. Didn't even paint it or anything. It's still rusty as
Do you
hell.
do you know if there were human remains when they pulled it out?
There was no information about the ship,
I
dude. They were very
guarantee there
quiet.
was. You know there
Guarantee,
was.
definitely. But you know what? They will never tell you about things like that.
So I can halfway imagine that if there are spirits there on that boat, that at one point when it was full-fledged theme park, they're probably like, this is bullshit, man.
Yeah.
At least they can go swimming with dolphins.
Yeah.
Take a trip down the lazy river.
Yeah, there's even a cage there. Cage you can go swim with the sharks there. The great white sharks that are in there. You can go.
That's
Wow.
crazy. So is there any
It's an
lore
awesome place.
so the Cape incidents, like, does everybody just blame weather, or is there any lore like around why
Because
that's
weather,
so just all weather?
they call it weather. Yeah, because that place it's very windy and there's a lot of storms that just take place there.
That's kind of
Like
like
me, this is our winter now. That starts. It starts now in like May, June, July. Those are our winter months. And that area, we normally, our winter months, there's no rain, hardly any rain comes through. But that area, it's very windy, it's always raining, that kind of area. So yeah, there's a lot of storms that take place in Cape Town.
and
And oh yeah, by the way, and there's one huge satanic church that they have there as well.
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
They're always breaking out the good stuff down there.
So is it like openly satanic, or is it just like
Openly.
and
wow.
it's so is it like, so in the US there's the Church of Satan, which doesn't really believe in anything, but then there's also Luciferians who believe in
No,
Satan.
this is an actual church, dude. They have their own actual church,
Wow.
and their church is growing. And we have one that started here in Durban as well. But it's very hush hush, and no one really talks about it. It's very quiet. Nobody really follows it. It's all interlinked with these Illuminati people. So yeah, they're all advertising their stuff all over.
That's awesome.
South Africa is the country that anything goes, dude. Anything goes.
See, I figured Halloween got rejected because it's like a pagan holiday, but then you're telling me that they just allowed the Church of Satan to
Satan.
walk
Yeah. I promise you there was a guy that just started up. He started up in Cape Town. He just started the church. You check it out. Google it there. You'll see what I'm talking about. He just started this thing and boom, it went running and everybody just started joining and it's a huge following that they have.
Wow. That's crazy.
Within like
No Halloween.
within a year, they're following us. Oh, it's like, hey, it's quite a lot of people, dude.
So I wonder what the Church of Satan does for fundraising activities. Have bake sales.
You would like to know myself, yeah? But I mean, the government is all involved with these guys. So, I mean, South Africa, went through the pandemic with like 500, let's say, $10 billion. It just went missing. Nobody
What?
knows what happened to them. Yeah, that's the kind of government that we have. I'm talking $1 billion, dude. Dollars, not even. We have our currency is rand. It's the rand,
I'm not
right? And
gonna get into
these guys went for dollars. So yeah.
I won't get into politics or anything, but in the relief packages there were enormous amounts of money that were for ridiculous things on our end too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
So that's what happened with us.
So when we was talking off air about Cape Cod, you said that there's an island down there. That's
Yeah, but it's
very-
Robben Island. That's where they kept Nelson Mandela.
That
So-
was like the prison camp. He was
That
prison.
was like
he was in. Okay. Yeah.
Alcatraz.
Are you able to go there and like,
Yep, we can. It's like a museum now.
wow. So is it
So,
pretty? So it's supposed to be pretty haunted down there,
oh
correct?
yes, because that's where all that's basically our Alcatraz. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah.
So
The the scum of the earth went there. Let's just put it like that.
Kind of set them to busting up rocks all day long for punishment.
Yeah, that's what it was all about.
that's crazy. So it was just like a place of suffering whenever, but like before it was a museum then?
Yeah. So that's why I told you there's a lot of places here in South Africa. People are storing things. There's a lot of artifacts where people died. There's even up to Shaka stuff that they had, and it's all sitting in a museum. His clothing and everything that he wore is still sitting there. Nobody knows about. Can you imagine the activity that's out there with all this stuff? And that's where I plan on going with all this stuff. The thing is, we've just been struggling with permission because, like I told you, it's a forbidden topic here.
And it's wild that all these places that have tragedies and everything, they're like, yeah, let's just put a museum there. Let's
Yeah,
pressure on.
let's just make it a museum.
It's like a double standard though. Like they do stuff like that, but then let Luciferian people just do
Walk
whatever.
in and do whatever. I really wonder what do they do because I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't. They don't advertise stuff, but yeah, soon I can see them walking into schools and stuff. Yeah, so
That's absolutely insane.
You told us that you're going to be releasing some of your own investigations. So you've been out investigating recently?
yep. From next week we will be officially starting to going and starting videos again. We waited for Corona to die down. It seems to be dying down, but when I was looking at the numbers today, it's up again, but I'll be getting like 1,000 a day now. So comparing to 18,000, remember I told you guys last time when we spoke, we were getting 18,000 a day
Wow.
now to 1,000. So we back down. So yeah, so we
Have you
dropped
been
that.
anywhere recently, or have you had any kind of experiences recently?
We haven't been able to go anywhere. The government has just opened up the economy nicely again. So we're back on from next week, Saturday. I'll be going to one of the very most haunted hospitals. That's where I'm trying to get in. It's called Eddington Hospital. If you Google it there, you'll see it. It's one of the oldest hospitals here in Durban. So there's a hospital, part of the hospital which they had, which was the children's ward, which they've closed down now for the past 20 years. It stands next to it and it's been closed. So I've been trying to, that's one of the first places that I'm going to be going to. Yep,
That's
we can't
awesome.
get in there. So yeah, I want to be getting in there. So next week, Saturday, we're going to have to bribe our way in, bribe the security just to get in. And then, yeah, take it from there because we've been trying to get into the government, trying to get some permission, but goes on deaf ears. So yeah, we're just going to bribe our way in and go in. Yep.
Is that pretty standard? It's
I
just-
told you guys. I told you guys if you guys look at it like this, let's put it like this. In South Africa, you get caught drinking and driving, right? We just talk, take money out. Don't even talk, just take money, put it in your hand, put it, and
Well,
off you go. You're done.
sure. So is it a
It's like,
situation where it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission? I mean, like,
it's like this, what the one hand doesn't know, the other will. You know what I mean? I mean the building's standing vacant for the past 20 years. Nobody's using it, so
I don't
yeah.
blame you.
Was it a specialized type of hospital or just?
Yep, it was the first heart hospital. Heart hospital.
Oh, okay.
Heart, yeah. So, and then it was the children's ward that stood vacant there. So, I mean, now for the past 20 years, I mean, come on. It has to be active.
yeah.
Yeah. There was a video that this may have been one of your older videos though. You posted it on Twitter, I think, and it was you and some other folks. And I thought, I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but I thought I heard something say your name. And
Yeah, that was we went to one of the what was one of these old cemeteries people forgot about. It's like all the 1800s, 1600s cemeteries. And we were just doing an investigation, just walking around, just checking it out during the day and just doing some EVPs. And then
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't even know when I thought that. And
it was
only
like
when I
a
got back home, I heard that EVP. It was Class A. You heard that. It was clear.
yeah, it was, and it was just like a beautiful day, right in the middle of the day.
Yeah, so that's what I say. I mean, it's one of the oldest cemeteries that we just came across. Nobody knew. And that's like what, 10, 15 Ks from my house where I am. So, I mean, we just stumbled upon it.
Wow. I bet there's a lot of stuff like that around there. There's actually a place in South Africa they call the basically the cradle of life. It's
Where,
a cradle of humankind is what it is. It's in Sturtford Caves. Have you ever heard of that place?
yeah, so it should be, it's like Bloemfontein, around that areas. The Karoo.
I bet that would be an interesting place to investigate. When
There's
it comes to paranormal
so
stuff,
many.
when it comes to paranormal stuff, do you think that like since this is the cradle of humankind, what they think some of the oldest human artifacts have been found there? Do you think that it would be like having paranormal activity at all there, or do you think that they
Yeah, it will
would just
definitely be. I mean, old stuff. I mean, especially when it comes to the caves and things, which I will be going to areas like that because I've got a lot of followers that are there in the Cape that have been telling me to come through and they'll show us different things as well in the Karoo that you're telling me about. I've actually forgot about that area, but yeah, we'll be going to places like that. And I mean, with everything over there, they're undisturbed areas. Huh? Nobody really goes to areas like that, really.
that'd be fun. I because my whole thing like what we've been trying to do is figure out for ourselves based off everybody else's encounters and things of what ghosts are, and I'm kind of curious to how long they stay around and everything like that too. And like something like the cradle of humankind, like they have artifacts over 4 million years. You think it'd be crazy if there's paranormal like entities there? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that goes back to my theory that I was talking about. Like, do spirits, is that when spirits are occupying this earth, is that like a form of purgatory that they refer to in the Catholic Church? Or, do they just, is that a real thing? Is it not? Do they stay there forever? Yeah, and if you're looking at something that was
That's
millions of years
that's a
old,
question.
how you want to
That's a
know
good question.
how old are the spirits?
Yeah. I wonder.
And where do they? I mean, it's weird. I also have another question. I mean, we always watching paranormal videos, right? And I mean, there's a lot of shadow figures out there. What is their purpose? You know
Some
what
of
I
those
mean?
are
I mean,
scary. Some of those are really scary. Those
yeah, I
videos.
know, but I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that's one question that I want to ask everybody. I mean, we all watching these videos. We always catching them. We always catching the shadow figures. But I mean, what is their purpose? Are these the demons that actually come and take you to hell? I mean, what is their purpose exactly? Why are they there? Why are they always ducking? These are the questions. You know what I mean?
You
That we would
so
like to know.
I
the
think
ones
Jeremy's a shadow person in a way.
You know?
He's just lingering. Like,
I'm
are you a
observing
shadow
this.
person, Jeremy?
It's good content. I'm just listening.
So
No,
that
that's
raises
one question I want to ask my followers as well. I would love to ask them. I mean, what's the point of us watching the videos? I mean, those are questions that I would even like to know. What is their purpose? What are they there for? What are they there
it,
for?
it
That's my
seems like so at least in America, you don't get as many shadow people as you do like EVPs and stuff being thrown at you.
Mm,
But it seems like in all the videos, not just on your channel, but all of these channels that I've seen shadow people on, it seems like it's usually in the Middle East, and it's usually in a place that has been torn by war of some kind, like
mm.
or close to it. I mean, like you can literally in a lot of the videos you can see bullet holes in the sides of the houses and stuff. And
a hole in the side of my house, there ain't no shadow.
well, and a lot of them think that the shadows are actually jinn.
Okay.
Yeah. Is
But
Jen?
then what is their purpose? What's their purpose? That's my main thing.
Well,
Or these the things that they talk about in the Bible where they come and take you to hell. That's what
yeah,
I'm trying to that's my kind of thing, my question, you know?
I believe, if my memory serves, in the Muslim faith, jinn are basically, what you're saying, like harbingers of death, and
Mhm.
they're manipulative. It's basically what we would call a demon.
Yeah.
I thought Jen granted you wishes.
Now that's
Yeah, genius.
Like Will Smith played a Jen in a movie recently, didn't
no,
he? Pretty sure they gave you wishes.
it may, there's a lot of there's a lot of good questions to ponder on the paranormal. Are all of the shadow people, spirits and stuff that we encounter, are they all what you would refer to as evil? Are there good ones? Is the concept of time relevant to demons and shadow
That's
people? And
Well,
Casper the Friendly Ghost. I mean, those are things that people like us, we would love to know.
How
I
did
don't-
Casper die?
what?
How did Casper die?
I wish I wouldn't have brought up Casper the Friendly Ghost. I don't know. Maybe he was hit by a car.
I think Family Guy says that he was Richie Rich that got hit by a car, right? And then he turned into a ghost. Whenever we last spoke, he was telling us that the paranormal isn't really prevalent in the area, but you said that magic is something that runs pretty rapid around there.
Yeah, witchcraft.
Which
Witchcraft is basically like your voodoo that you guys have. So yeah, that's our one thing that's very popular here when it comes to demons and things like that. I told you we call them togoloshis.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, the togoloshis. The togoloshis is the things that run around here amongst the black people. They spend most of the time doing things like that. Guys, when I speak about black people and white people and things like that, just bear with us because here in South Africa, it's all about black, white, things like that. You know what I mean? We speak a lot about that. So, I mean, with black people, they deal on more witchcraft here in South Africa. They believe in thing called a sangoma, we call, which is a witch. They go to a lot. They don't believe in Christianity more. And even some people that are Christian, they do follow that as well. They bring their thing into the Christianity as well. So I don't know how that works out, but yeah, that's what they do. And it's very popular. I mean, these guys send Togoloshis to do certain tasks, things, and yeah, so to people's houses and things like that. They leave packages at your house, like how the witchcraft, I mean, the voodoo people do. Same thing, dude.
And I recall the previous episode you had mentioned like the Togoloshi. That's pretty much a catch-all term, right? Like for all entities.
Yeah, for all mainly anything. If they see a ghost, it's a Togoloshi. Everything is a Togoloshi to them.
Mm.
So, but mainly they say it's like a troll kind of a thing. It's like very short, runs all over. It's very mischievous. You'll check out the video. There is a video on the on my channel. You'll see it all about it. It'll give you the whole rundown, where they come from and things like that. So yeah,
So is it pretty common for people to claim that they see those?
yes, in the black areas, yes, they have a lot of them in the black areas. Yes, there is a lot. Because remember, yeah, in South Africa, we had apartheid, which we had black areas, white areas, colored areas, things like that. So yeah, that's how it would be. And then in their areas, they would have a lot. Because there's a lot of witchcraft in there. They have sangomas, which I told you, which is a witch. Yeah, so yeah.
Is some of the witchcraft and stuff, is that like a branch of voodoo, or is that just two different words for describing?
Just basically the same thing, I would say. Just basically the same thing, I would say.
Um,
Because I mean, they're going there, and these guys would tell you your fortune, They would tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. They give you lots of numbers if you want. Yeah, bullshit, lots of numbers. But every time you go and see them, you have to pay, you know? Yeah. So that's the kind of stuff that you have to deal with. I mean, most South Africans would tell you that. Togoloshi is everything.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures. So
It's
there's
like a troll. It's like a troll looking thing. Like
yeah, there's one of them.
gnome.
Let me see. There's one of them that almost looks slender. It's really weird looking.
Yeah, it's like really weird looking troll kind of a thing, you know?
Looks like a hairless gremlin.
Yeah, basically, Magwai's little friend. Yeah. So yeah. We have a lot of crime in the country, right? So these guys believe that if you go to a witch doctor and you speak to them and then you tell them, look, um, I'm a criminal, so there's this like little bottle that they get that they hang around their neck. The witch doctor gives them, so if the police come and shoot at them, none of the bullets will hit them. These guys actually believe that, I swear.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like Santeria, Holy Death. Where does that? Yeah, Mexico is
Yeah,
really big
Mexico.
on Santeria, and it's very similar. They'll light candles and effigies to like these gods of war, I guess, war and
Yeah,
drugs and
yeah.
crime, and
Y-
it's supposed to protect them like what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then I mean, they'll go there, and even if they buy a vehicle, like if they buy a car and they wouldn't want a car to get stolen, they would go to the witch doctor and then they'll tell the witch doctor, "I just bought a vehicle and things like that. Can you give me some kind of?" They call it muti, yeah. It's like a medicine, and that they would put in the car or something like that. Then you would not be able to steal a vehicle. Oh yes, even though I forgot to tell you about this one. Let's say you got a wife, right? And then you don't want your wife cheating, right, on you. So what they would do, they would tell the witch doctor that they don't want their wife cheating or anything. So if another man comes to sleep with their wife, she would get stuck with this dude, and only you would be able to release them.
It's like some
So
dogs getting stuck.
yeah.
That's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
swear, I swear, and there's been instances, you can Google it, you'll see. There's been instances where they have been stuck,
You know,
and
one
only the
that would be
husband,
that would be
only
so
the
weird.
husband can
You know,
release them.
Like, oh, what's going on here?
turn the water hose on them.
Oh
So
God.
yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we have to go that goes on here in South Africa.
You know, one thing we didn't touch on, and this is probably something that we should, the crime rate. Like, when I was looking at everything around there, the list of active serial killers in your area is terrifying.
It's just terrifying, dude. It's like I told you, it's for me to go out. It's just crazy, dude. I mean, people are just going around just hijacking people because that's like one of the major crimes here in South Africa is hijacking. They'll just stop you on the road. Like, are you seeing the movies where the cop would stop you on the side of the road and just take a gun out? Now that's exactly what they do, yeah. So yeah, it's like harder to do paranormal videos, but hey, what to do? You know what I mean? I love doing it, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do it. I don't care.
And that's something I like to ask you since you're there. And I'm looking over the list right here. In America, like serial killers, almost, I don't know, fantasized. I don't know if that's the correct word. Like, they're very popular.
Glorified.
They're
You
glorified.
know, if you were a serial killer and you lived in South Africa, you would have a field day, dude. I mean, there's places here in South Africa which are in the rural areas, right? And there's people stopping on the side of the road. They would just stand there hiking on the side of the road. And I mean, if you were a serial killer, you could just drive past, pick them up, and yeah, that would be the end of them. You do what you're doing, and nobody would ever know. I mean, the cops are lazy. We don't even have like an FBI kind of service here that actually goes up and investigates crimes like that. You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
So yeah,
They just kind of got a guy that goes out and like, yep, they're dead.
Yeah.
yep, they did, and that's it.
Suicide.
You know, there's paperwork. He killed himself. That's it.
Wow.
He killed
Man.
himself with a bullet to the back of the head. You know,
You know, that's it. That's it. It's
Well,
crazy, dude. It's crazy.
I literally just Googled this, and while we was talking, to just check the crime rate, and right now in South Africa, there's at least 33 active serial killers.
Yep.
Daggone.
Yep. Yep.
It's insane.
Isn't
But
that
what,
more
what
than
constitutes the serial killer? How many killings?
Three
Three
or more.
or more.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Dude,
We popped
and
off
nobody
that
is
quick.
doing anything about it. They took away the death penalty. Nelson Mandela took away the death penalty. And since 94, it's been constant. Every day, killing, murder, and it's increasing like crazy. That's it.
Jeez.
yeah, that's crazy.
There's criminals are going in. The same way that they went in is the same way that they're coming out. I mean, there's no one, there's no actually, I would say, there's no basically, they live, I mean, inside the jails, they got Wi-Fi, they get free Wi-Fi. You in a hotel, you know, you got your phone with you, you got knives, you got guns in jail.
Wow.
What?
I'm not joking, dude. You can Google it, it's there, it's all there. There's even guys that are doing TikToks that are in jail.
Wow. And you know, with all this crime and all these serial killers as active as they are in this area, it's hard to believe that the paranormal isn't more prevalent, because even the way that it works in this area, like if somebody dies a horrific death at the hands of somebody else, their spirit lingers. It seems like that seems to be the catalyst of what makes.
That's why I think that's why I've been getting so many nice EVPs like that.
Well, that's why.
Because
Yeah,
there's so much death.
that's why Isaac
You
can
know?
walk 10 kilometers away from his house and hear someone say his name on,
You heard how clear
video.
that EVP was.
Yeah, that's wild, man. So you said that there's a lot of ancient, like really old graveyards around the area. Is there a lot?
plenty.
Or is there...
There's a lot. When places where people have forgotten of certain graveyards and things, and there's a lot of buildings that get built on top of cemeteries.
Ooh.
So, and they don't even relocate the bodies. They just build on top of it.
That's where they built the lazy river.
Dude, that place, I'll be going there. It's probably on Saturday next week. I'll probably go there, and I'll probably do a live stream there, and I'll show you guys what it looks like.
I'm
So
looking forward to it.
The pictures, it looks amazing. Like it looks like a really nice place, and then they just plop this big rusty boat right in the middle of it.
I want to actually go inside the ship so I can actually show you guys. I mean, these guys are just sitting there, and there's like artifacts, original stuff, and it's all in little boxes and things which make it look pretty. But you know, I mean, if you know the paranormal, you know that place is active.
A rusty.
And I'm sure they just look at it and they see stuff moving, and they're like, "Nah, I'm imagining." it."
They probably
You
got
know?
a rusty knife with blood on it with a nice blue light.
I'm imagining it or something. That's what they probably do. This is crazy out here.
Wow.
So
It's
is
crazy.
it on the talking about building the buildings on top of graveyards? Is it like where they're aware that there was a graveyard there and just don't care, or
They don't care. They
oh,
don't care.
see,
They just don't care.
in the States, that would be like you'd have to call 811 and get permission to dig all
No,
that crap. So
there's a lot of places also. The government just decides, let's put it like this. There's a lot of places here in South Africa where if you would buy, you have to buy certain parts of land, you know. There's certain areas in a rural place where you wouldn't have to buy. You just go to the chief, you tell the chief you want a certain spot of the land, And then you come with a bunch of beers and alcohol and just show them like vodka and things. And then he'll come, the chief will just tell them, all right, call all the people and you'll tell them, right, this plot of land is all his land. And then, yeah, that's it. That's your land.
Well, we're
And
on.
then you taking that land, you don't know what happened on that land. You don't know who was killed there. And yeah, and then you just take this land and then, yeah, you start having stuff going on there.
Do they accept good homemade corn liquor?
There's a place that I'll be going to soon. It's where my wife and them have some shops out there. It's in a rural area, total rural area. They don't even have roads, dude. You know, and there's like people living out there, and they've got shops out there. You know, and it's a very active place. There's a lot of abandoned places out there. I'll say within the next month, I'll probably be going there as well, and then I'll show you guys how rural certain parts of South Africa actually is, where people are living in shanties, you know, that
Wow.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
That's wild. Well, because when I think of South Africa, I guess I'm thinking about just like the cities, like and how populated they are. I guess I don't think about like pretty quick you could be in the middle of nowhere, you know.
Well,
Oh, dude, there's bush everywhere, dude. There's a lot of bush. We have a lot of bush.
I'm excited to see when you guys start going out. That's going to be so cool. Well, and are you? So you said that you're going to try to go to that island, right? Go
Yeah,
to-
that will
So
definitely going there. Definitely. I'm gonna bribe my way in and I will be going in. You know, I shouldn't say bribe, you know. You just pay your passport and you go in. Let's just put it like that.
And you know, the last time you was on, we talked about the Mandela effect, and you confirmed it basically. Have you talked to anybody else about that since then?
Nah.
Uh,
But definitely,
About
yeah, because he died. There's articles everywhere on online. There's articles everywhere online telling you that he did die. My dad confirmed it. My wife's mom confirmed it. There's quite a few people that have confirmed it that he did die. And then all of a sudden he was back. So where did he come from? I mean, if he died, how did you raise from the dead and just come back? And nobody questioned it. That was the best part. Nobody questioned.
did you ever look into Randonautica?
Oh yes, I love that app. I have tried it. I have tried a few places, but hit dead ends.
Dead ends.
Just hit dead ends. Yeah, I haven't found anything because I recently found out that you're supposed to look 100 meters away from your actual location that you go to. I haven't done that, so I'm gonna next time I go out and try it out, I'll be doing that. But like I say, we'll only be starting videos from next week Saturday, because we've planned for that. And I'm not going alone because I told you, yeah, in South Africa with that crime rate, you know. So yeah, we have to go with people. So I'll be going with a friend of mine, and then we'll go out and we'll try some stuff.
Do you have
So, but
any?
definitely, I'll do a live stream on the boat.
No, that
On the
sounds awesome. Do you have any new gear for the loadout that you're going to be going out with?
Yep, cameras. More starting with cameras. Okay, let me put it to you like this. Whatever I've been spending, I've been waiting for my YouTube check from December. It still hasn't come through. That money's been just building and building and building and building. And I'm waiting for that to come through. Then all that money, I'll just buy equipment and things. But for now, I've just been buying more cameras and stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
I've
And I'll
got
be using a lot of new apps, trying them out and things like that as well.
Do you remember the name of that app that Jenny was talking about?
I don't remember that. I'll send that to you though. There's an app that basically works like a what is it called? A shadow box?
Spirit box.
Spirit box.
Necro.
I'm using Necrophonic.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
I use that, and then there's another one called Deadwave. I use that as well, which I haven't tried it as yet. I've got that sitting with me, and then there's another one now that works with it sweeps through, but it's online. You have to have internet to use it, and then it sweeps and then gives you more vocal as well. So I'm gonna try the next three. Those are the next others that are the next few apps that I'll be trying as well.
That's gonna be awesome. I'm very excited, and I want to stay safe when you go out investigating. But I think that's going to be amazing because there's not really a whole lot of that comes from that area, It's gonna be neat
That's
to be.
the reason why I started it, because there was nobody else that has done it. I told you there is another guy, but I see he's given up, it looks like, because he's been trying to get me, because only my channel is the only one that's kicked off and it's been running. His channel's dead in the water. I see there. I think he's given up because he's been trying to break into the market and he hasn't at all. But I'll probably pick him up and then do a few collabs with him as well. There's only like two of us that actually do it.
That'd be cool. And people, whenever stuff don't work out, you just gotta keep pushing too. And like that's what I would
That's the
tell.
thing with me. If I start something, I'm not gonna ever stop. I'm gonna continue. I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna try out there. I mean, you see me how much posting I do, how much advertising I'm doing. I mean, it takes a time. I mean, the effort that you put in eventually pays out, and that's what other people are not prepared to do. I mean, hitting walls here and there. I mean, people throwing accusations against me, things like that. But I mean, that doesn't stop me. That goes with the road. You just have to keep pushing on. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
You just gotta keep
And
pushing.
that's the thing. I mean, just keeping your people entertained, but also keep them in the loop. And like I said to them, it's not my channel. It's our channel. That way, I mean, we all bringing in suggestions. I mean, they bringing in content as well. I mean, they share with me, I share with them, and then yeah, I'll give them a spot. I mean, even if it's a smaller channel, they catch something, yeah, we throw it in. That's what I do.
Well, it sounds like that was a good move on your part to start the channel. It sounds like South Africa is definitely an untapped resource for that subject.
For
And
sure.
you're
That's why.
the spearhead of that looking into it.
That's why I'm happy that I'm on it, because I'm the first one that's really running with it, and I'm gonna push till I get there, dude. Like I said, my main aim is to be that Omar of South Africa. Yeah, let's just put it like that.
Sometimes you may have to do some monetary encouragement to get into places.
I
It's
kind of
all about the money, dude. All about the money. I told you, just a passport. Let's just put it like that. Let's just call it a passport. You just give that to the security. If you can't get into the government part, give it to the security. Go after hours, and you in.
Well, so this wouldn't be a Where in the Folk episode without bringing up the birds. So Cecil, he sent a pretty interesting article in the chat earlier, and I was looking this up, and apparently this was back like late 2020. That there are some signs of life showing on Venus, and his whole shtick is birds aren't real and they come from Venus. Do you have any thoughts on that, Isaac?
Oh, we had that discussion last time, if I remember, right, guys?
Well,
Yeah,
this was
on top of
prior.
that,
This was prior to the article that came out, so it's kind of fanned the flames a bit.
yeah, on top of that, Isaac, so birds aren't real and they come from Venus, but Cecil doesn't believe in space.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Space.
So
That's the wrinkle.
what's that?
Yeah.
That's out there.
Well,
What's
I
that?
mean, there's some kind of thing out there, but it's not space like we think it is. It's probably liquid.
That's some
Or
weird shit, that dude. No,
Oh,
I wouldn't know, dude. I wouldn't know. Birds are all real. I mean, I got two here that's in my cage here that I keep here at home. So
do you
I
ever
don't know, dude.
experience any glitches in the Matrix there?
No.
It's because you got the birds in
Just
your
put it
house.
like that. I got the birds here in the house here with me right now. I got two budgie birds here. That's my sons, and I haven't had any issues.
It's always priceless to see the look on our guest's face when we bring this up. Like, what?
That's the reason you never have any glitches, because they report
Yeah,
glitches
one,
in
dude.
the Matrix.
That one, that's.
I saw there's been a lot of videos about in the mainstream about the Pentagon actually acknowledging the pyramid shaped UFOs lately. I just wanted to throw that out there if anyone had any reactions to that.
Yeah, we actually talked about it before we came on air and before you got on here, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
You need to look into that.
I need to.
That's real. I don't
I
know
need to
what.
check it out. I didn't see the video.
Foreman-
That was a weird thing
Foreman,
because
do you
I'm
have a-
always online.
Do you have a video that you could send him on Twitter?
Yeah.
If it's real, I don't know what it is. It's insane.
It's
I'll
a
throw
it's
it
a
in there.
massive pyramid.
Yeah, the Navy pilot, he's the one that filmed it, and it's not just one. It's like a cluster of pyramid shape or triangle, I guess pyramid shaped
But do you think
unknown
it's real?
aircraft.
What's your thing? What's your take on it? You think it's real?
I haven't looked at it enough to completely say, but I just like the fact that it's not hidden. It's not shrouded in mystery. Like the mainstream is actually acknowledging it. I like that part.
It scares me that the mainstream is acknowledging.
Yeah, that bothers me too, that they're acknowledging it.
Yeah.
What isn't there a document that they're supposed to release soon
Yeah, there's
on all the UFOs and things? Isn't they supposed to release a bunch of documentation about that as well?
yeah, it's a slow roll basically is what's happening. Like they're releasing a little bit at a time and they're building up to something. I hate to say this, but it's probably Project Bluebeam. But yeah, this has always been. I always like speaking with you, and we love your content. And
Thanks.
tell everybody where they can find your stuff again.
YouTube, check me out. Durban Paranormal, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, I'm on there. Check it out, guys. Trust me, I'll give you the best content out there. I'll give you that whole horror experience with all the sound effects as well to make it more exciting. Trust me, try me out. Hit me up.
We're gonna have to pay you to plug our stuff.
You can find us on Twitter at Wearing the Folk. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you check out our audio only platforms when you're driving to work or something at anchor.fm/Wearing the Folk. If you want to be a guest, you can reach out to us through Twitter, through message, or you can email us at bipolar_teddybear@outlook.com. And thank you so much for watching us because we're watching you.